Achoo!
Gesundheit, Perry. My goodness, Perry's allergies are acting up. Every now and then Perry sneezes, and when he sneezes, he turns into a pure vibration. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest show ever, The Perry Logan Show, with an episode called The Downside of Greed. Oh, I blush, my friends. If I, Perry Logan, did not exist for the moment as pure energy, I would blush at having to do a show that explains the downside of greed. I think it's pretty much agreed among everyone from atheists to Catholics that greed is a bloody sin. And yet here I, Perry Logan, am vibrating like crazy. Whoa! Check out that bass player, too. Here I am having to explain the downside of greed. That's a cool groove, though. We're laughing through our tears. The downside of greed. We're laughing through our tears. The downside of greed. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Well, we found him lying naked in the pre-show area of another great Perry Logan show called The Downside of Greed, and oh, he's coming too. Gotta go. Well, security. I'm sorry, it's a compulsion. I'm sorry, this is Perry Logan Security, and I'm afraid you're going to have to come with me. I'm sorry, we're going to room 101. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. Hi, sorry to bring you here to room 101 so early in the Perry Logan show, but you can't be too careful. You see, the problem with using greed as the central driving wheel of a society is that it leads to a security state. It leads to empire and to a security state. And the corporations have their foot on our necks and on the necks of our children and on the necks of our children's children and on the necks of our children's children's children and on the necks of our children's 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 children and on the necks of our children's 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 children.
We sold our souls to Mammon, and now we have the worst case of constipation of the body politic you could ever imagine. Oh!
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Sorry, we had to put you into room 101, sir, or madam. But you see, this is another symptom of a society that has gotten all politically blah, blah, blah. Sorry about the insane security, my friend, but that's another symptom of constipation of the body politic. Right, right. Constipation of the body politic is too much money in too few hands. It is, as Perry Logan says, money is like manure. It's no good unless you spread it around, which I think is pretty funny. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. There are so many symptoms of constipation of the body politic. They include overconcentration of wealth, destruction of the safety net, increases in poverty, public health emergencies. Look for public health emergencies. These are symptoms, and they are not so funny. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Sorry about all the security, sir. You can't be too careful. You are welcome to take off your clothes and enjoy another wonderful, supernal Perry Logan show. This one called The Downside of Greed. Check it out. The symptoms go on and on. They say our litany of what's wrong with us today. This is what I, Perry Logan's security guy, am trying to tell you. Color. Color. Welcome to another awesome... Welcome to another...
What is the downside of greed, my liege? The downside of greed, my friends, is constipation. The downside of greed, my friends, is nothing to laugh about. It's nothing pretty. It's nothing you would want. It's nothing you would hope for, or wish for, or ever desire. So what the hell is it? It's constipation of the body politic. I'm sorry. The downside of greed. Get on with it or I'll break your head. Get on with it or I'll jack your jaws. I said get on with it or I will jack your jaws. Ooh, I'm scared. The point being, the downside of greed known to all is constipation of the body politic.
Well, amazing as it is that one has to even talk about the downside of greed, but we're in the pickle we're in here on April 21st, 2011. We are in an unbelievable pickle. That would be my estimation. Unless you are the top 1% of 1% in U.S. society, you're in a pickle. We're all kind of all together in a pickle. And that would be the downside of greed, is that it has a tendency to pickle society. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Pickle. Okay, if you don't like the pickle metaphor, you could say that it causes constipation of the body politic. Okay, now look. There's things about greed we all know, and there's a reason to be talking about this, because I really do think the U.S. kind of took as its credo, for most of the last 30 years, we kind of took the credo that greed is good. I mean, technically, I think it's a line from the movie Wall Street to the effect that greed works, okay? But there was also, I do think that the zeitgeist. Can I say zeitgeist?
Right, sir, right! Right, sir, right!
The zeitgeist of the 80s and, you know, much of the 90s, and it's still going on. The zeitgeist, the view of things that's kind of perpetrated on all of us, and we're all encouraged to agree with this view, is that greed is good, that it really is a good way to get things done, you know. And most of us understand that greed, you see, is regarded as a sin by most Homo sapiens. It's regarded as a sin. Therefore, you might want to question whether it works or whether it's good. And, okay, so what we're living in now, again, here, unless you're the top 1% of 1% who have all our money now, one of the problems with greed, you see, is that sooner or later, only a few people end up with all the money. They're either better at it or they're lucky, or, you know, a combination of things. They get blessed with all the money, And then that is a form of monetary constipation. It's a form of monetary constipation. I'm really sorry about this motif, but this is a show that has a singular answer. The answer to the question, what is the downside of greed, is constipation of the body politic. In the sense that money is concentrated in too few hands. This, my friends, brings on a host of ills, like so many millions of malaria mosquitoes. Forgive me for bringing up the unpleasant topic of huge numbers of malaria mosquitoes descending upon us, but this is what happens when we have constipation of the body politic. What a weird show. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Do you mind? Yeah, right, listen, my audience is here, and I guess they're gonna get mad if I don't continue with my wonderful show. The downside of greed. Oh, hey, who would have thought that devoting your life to the effectiveness of one of the 7 deadly sins could possibly backfire, right? Oh, Jim, that's gotta hurt. Oh, that's really gotta hurt. But we've got to agree, Perry was asking for it. Well, that's certainly true. Perry was definitely asking for it. When he told his audience they were living in a society that had constipation of the body politic, what the hell could that possibly mean, Jim? Oh, Tim, I think that's a pretty sensible thing. Constipation of the body politic would involve things like corruption everywhere. Oh, I see what you mean, Jim. Well, it's pretty simple, Tim, and could you not sit so close to me? Sorry, constipation of the body politic is more than just a brilliant metaphor on Perry's part. It's a metaphorical illness, but it has real symptoms. They include things like increases in poverty, corruption in the government, a breakdown of democracy, the corporations having their foot on our throats and the throats of our children, and the throats of our children's children, and the throats of our children's children's children, and the throats of our children's 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 children.
This is a nightmare! This is a nightmare! This is terrible! Stop, Jim! Stop! 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 Ah!
Oh, he's getting up! Okay, so, there's an old saying, my friends, that money is like manure. It's no good unless you spread it around. How about that? Ladies and gentlemen, the Perry Logan Show is truly, deeply, and sincerely honored to present to you Mammon, the god of greed, Mammon. Let's put your hands up for the god of greed, Mammon.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Greed is good. Oh, hello there. This is Mammon. You'll have to excuse me. I, Mammon, have a tremendously intense case of constipation of the body politic. Oh, this is Mammon, and since this show is about the downside of greed, speaking as the god of greed, I, Mammon, see nothing of downside about it. But in any case, Perry thought it would be useful for me, Mammon. Right. I'm sorry, I sneezed. Perry thought it would be useful for me, Mammon, to explain some more of the symptoms of constipation of the body politic. You see, I may be the god Mammon, but it is nevertheless true that money is like manure. Very much like manure. Tells you something about the rich, doesn't it? They're covered in manure. There is a very real sense in which the rich are covered in manure and are attracting manure to themselves and are spending their miserable lives attracting more and more manure. Can you believe it? The rich, they're into manure. This is Mammon. I hope you realize I was kidding. I hope you realize this is satire. Well, you can trust me, Mammon, that one of the symptoms of constipation of the body politic is deception and deceit. Deception and deceit everywhere. Hey, just look at the right-wing slime machine, capable of making up a flaming, flagrant lie about the left and have it on everyone's lips in 24 hours. My friends, the right-wing slime machine, to which we are all subjected every day, is the greatest Wow! Don't you think the right-wing slime machine is the greatest machine got engine pleb? This is Mammon. I keep fluffing my lines. It's my constipation of the political body. Just kidding. I'm sorry about the constipation jokes. It won't happen again. There is deceit everywhere. The right-wing slime machine alone is the greatest engine of deception ever the world has seen. No!
The greatest engine of deception ever seen, do you think?
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, I believe that was Mammon, or someone who claimed to be Mammon, helping to explain this show. And there are things that happen, and I think they're bad. I'll start over. Duck and cover. I'm trying to explain that greed works in ways and has fatal side effects. One of these fatal side effects is deception everywhere, right? Why, this is the only show you can trust, right? Wow. I'm okay. Yes, I keep getting knocked out, but there's deception everywhere. Right now, on April 21st, 2011, there's like a full tilt boogie deficit fever thing going on. One moment, please. One moment while Perry lets in the cat. What a cat. I'm okay. Hey, we are once again laughing through our tears. But right now, there's more deception than ever. There's this deception everywhere, coming from the Dems, coming from the Repubs. Everybody's got their own version of reality and pretty much willing to cook evidence, cook stats, say anything. That seems to be kind of rampant right now. And I think it's a symptom of constipation of the body. Yeah, I can't talk right now. My audience is very upset. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. The downside of greed. Oh, sounds pretty heavy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the line guy. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Hey, gotta do the show. Hi, this is the line guy.
The line guy. The line guy. Hey, line guy. The line guy. The line guy. The line guy. The line guy. Play it, brother. The line guy. The line guy. The line guy.
this is the line guy. Oh, listen to all my fans. Hi, this is the line guy. And Perry wanted me to show up and do a little bit here, even though he's never paid me. Could I note that Perry has not paid me, the line guy, a single cent for the many services and bits I've done in his wonderful show. But I'm not bitter, because there is at least one upside to this terrible, terrible constipation. To this terrible constipation of the body politic that we're suffering from. Well, it's just a metaphor for all the many, many terrible ills that we're suffering from. However, there is an upside to the whole thing, and I'm happy to bring it to you now. The upside to the whole political constipation, running the country on greed, corporate control thing. The upside is that it has a distinct and powerful tendency to radicalize the public. Are we rolling? Okay. And I'm sorry, I sneezed. I was going to tell you about the upside, which is that this all this terrible stuff that's going down is radicalizing us. That's my theory, right? I think that you're not going to hear this on the corporate media because that's all the corporate view, the kind of like merchant-friendly, you would have to call it insanely merchant-friendly view of the right and the libertarians in the U.S. Ew. Anyway, there's an upside. We are being radicalized. I'm convinced. It's tough times in almost all ways, and I'm not trying to say or minimize anybody's suffering or anything like that, but it's going to radicalize us, mark my words. Now, it's problematic, you see, because, geez, you know, the government is messed up and the electoral system is messed up. Everything is waterlogged and messed up. Another symptom of constipation of the body politic. It ain't no joke, I tell you. It ain't no joke. He sneezed it off, baby. He sneezed real good. He sneezed us out of the whole show, baby. I wonder if that's another symptom of constipation of the body politic. I don't know. I think I got that. You? No, I don't have any form of constipation whatsoever. Quiet, the show's over. Downside of greed. Downside of greed. Downside of greed. Downside of greed. Yeah, right. Okay, gotta go. Gotta do the Jefferson bit.
Hello, this is Thomas Jefferson. This is Thomas Jefferson. I'm hiding out in Texas. It may be that Texas, a state full of wonderful people, but totally ruined by mercantile, greed-oriented ideas, doesn't want to remember that it was I, Thomas Jefferson, who warned you about the merchants and the corporations long, long ago. Merchants have no country, I said. Remember this, my friends. Greed does work in certain ways, but it destroys the vessel that contains it as surely as acid. To put it another way, sooner or later everyone gets thrown out of the boat. It is an unstable system which destroys itself. One of the first symptoms is what Perry likes to call constipation of the body politic. And this includes just about all the myriad, multifold, manifold, multitudinous illnesses of America. On April 21st, 2011, the multitudinous illnesses of America can all be ascribed to 30 years of living by greed. Any sociologist will tell you the sort of radical income disparity we see now will soon destroy society. Merchants have no country. If you want to translate that into modern English, it would be merchants tend to be traders. Check it out! To speak bluntly, you see, merchants tend to be traders because they love money more than anything else. There you go. I would like to thank Perry Logan for allowing me, Thomas Jefferson, who is hiding out in Texas, to thank Perry Logan for allowing me to take over his feeble soul like he had a choice. Downside of greed.
And?
Ciao!